Hey traders, I hope you guys are well, trading safe. It is the 16th of September, Thursday. We got some important magic internet money to discuss here, some Bitcoin price action. We have hit some of the key levels we've talked about and currently back testing it, so we are going to discuss that. Right now, I've got it up on the weekly chart, so you can see we've bounced off of our key level from quarter two and eyeballing the key level from quarter one. Also, your golden pocket of the move, so 618's there. You can see that the weekly open here is going to be a key area. So if we go down to something like a 1 hour even, you can see that the level here is going to play quite a bit of importance. And I am going to use that level here in just a little bit. It does come in at important Fibonacci levels and also important volume levels. So in terms of what we were looking for this right here, looking for the move above this key level. If you recall, the key level's at 47,314 and 47,201. You can see we rejected slightly, moved above, want to see it back tested, and we've gotten some pretty decent bounces off those levels as of right now. So they were good for some intraday trades if you've taken those. I will update you guys on my position. Obviously, I've been taking profits along the way because there are no guarantees in trading. So you want to make sure you're laddering out. I did take my third profit. It's 133% on this trade setup. So things are going well there. In terms of this level being important, there's a lot of things that say it's important. It is the value area high of our overall structure range, if you guys recall. So when we were just looking at it like this is your structural range from the lows here when it consolidated before breaking above it. So finding our way back into it would lead us to the point of control, which is also your weekly open, right? So that's where we came up with that. Also further validates that these two levels are pretty important. They're based on math. I think one of them lines up almost perfectly with the weekly pivot. Just worked out that way this week. So the weekly pivot, if you're a pivots trader, is going to be very important. Now, if we look at the ranges according to the overall breakout, you'll notice as well from our breakout of the lows and that May consolidation here in August, the entire volume profile is showing that the point of control is also coming in right at the weekly open. Super important. And if we take a look at our current week, as if you guys recall, we were looking at the current week and the prior week right here, you will notice that the current week has now shifted up and the point of control has shifted up, which is a good thing in this instance because had it remained down here, we would have left an untapped weekly point of control, maybe even closing outside of the value area, which could give you indications that there is a sell-off coming. Now the move has slowed down here, so retracement is in the cards. If it does retrace, I don't think it's the end of the move. I think it's just a pullback, and until we know otherwise, its dips are for, in my opinion, buying. And I think 46K is one of those areas that if we see it, I think it's a playable area there at the weekly open, at the POC of the previous week, at the overall POC of our entire structure, and the local POC of this consolidation. On to part two for the TikTokers. So part two here, if you're watching on TikTok, if you're on YouTube, just ignore the message there. If you haven't watched part one and you're on TikTok, go back and watch part one. It's going to catch you up to speed. So again, we are watching 47,314 and 47,201. Those were the key levels given to you on the way up. You need to see them get flipped. If we cannot flip these, I expect to see the previous week POC, also the POC of this local consolidation, and the overall golden pocket. Actually, it's a 50% of the move up. And it's not just that. We also have our monthly range coming in there. You guys know I'm all about time-based ranges and also structure-based ranges, and you will notice that our monthly value area low is in this region. So anywhere at the bottom of this range, in my opinion, it could be game on for some longs. If you pull up your overall, I believe it's fibs here. Yeah, this would be the one. You can see that your 0.5 comes in right here at the weekly open. All right, so the 0.5 is at 45,920. We're looking at about 46K, and your 382 is at 46.5. So I would say at the bottom of this box right here is what you want to see hold. If these levels are lost, golden pocket is down here. Obviously, I think your monthly pivot's there as well. Closing outside of this, though, and getting further sell-off would not look good to me. That would look more bearish. I would expect a re-challenge of the lows then. Otherwise, I would look at these as pullbacks that we should be looking at as opportunities until proven otherwise. And if we get those opportunities, we need to evaluate the reactions when we get there, and we can see if we can't take this all the way back up to the Q1 key level. As you guys do know that I am looking for an overall move and rotation of these two quarterly key levels. So let's take a look at that real quick here, and I'll let you guys go for the day. So we'll get rid of that weekly open. Again, that weekly open is super important there, around 46K if we do challenge it. Let's see, our harmonics are up here. And there is our bat. There we go. So we're still looking for a move to the range highs. Obviously, these things take time because this is a pretty large move from 42,000 all the way back up to about 51.8, 20% per se. So as this is taking its time getting there, this would imply we get through the Q1 key level. And I'll be honest with you guys, I would be more bearish than bullish if we get to this completion zone of the harmonic, mainly because I think we would get a sell-off, but I don't know that I'd be willing to open up a swing position there until I saw like a loss of structure, because claiming this Q1 key level again and holding it as support would look more bullish to me. It would look like we're finding entry back into our all-time high range that we've been talking about. And you can see that here where it'd be back inside this range, and you can see that finding our way back in on a secondary close. Even though it would be a lower high, if we saw support here at the bottom of the range here in this Q1 key level, and then re-entered the range again, I would be more bullish on that than bearish, and I would look for continuation up to the overall POC right around $56,000 to $58,000. That's what I've got for you guys today. Like and subscribe, gave you guys the key levels. There's a free trading group link in the description of the video, along with other links that support the channel. Have a good one.